Hey, fellow Russians, we're 35 strong now, and to celebrate, we're going to do an epic build. We're going to make stencils for a Bally Kiss Pinball machine. Head, body, the whole 9 yards. So we're going to start from this, and we're going to get to this. Follow along, we're going to have a lot of fun. Okay guys, let's start at the beginning here. This is Photoshop. Let me just say something real quick. I'm doing this by myself. I'm doing this for myself. I'm not selling anything here. I'm just doing this for educational purposes only. Please do not contact me and ask me to buy anything from me. I don't own the licensing. I don't own the rights. So now that we've gotten that off the plate, let's begin. So as you can tell, this was copied from an actual Kiss game. So this was scanned, this was scanned, this was scanned, this was scanned, and then it was stitched together in Photoshop. Now here's where the cleanup begins. So I want to make the orange nice and orange. And I want to make the whites nice and white. I might refer to orange as red sometimes, but just forgive me for that. But anyways, this is a nice clean file. Then we have to separate the orange from the black. So there's the orange or the flames. And then here's the black or the faces. Okay. These get saved as two separate files. I'm probably going to make the orange black, to be honest with you, just because the Silhouette software picks it up a little easier. But nonetheless, let's just say we were going to save the heads. What we're going to do is go File. Then we're going to hit Save As. I'm just going to name it something else. And then you're going to change it to a PNG. Okay, there's the PNG. You got to love this camera action, eh? Anyways, you go to hit Save, and it's going to ask you a question. Give it a sec. It's going to say interlace, none, or interlace. I've got no idea what this means. I've just been going with the none option. Once you click OK, it's going to save the file. And what we're going to do now is we're going to switch over to the Silhouette Cameo software. So you're saving the heads as a separate file, and you're saving the flames as a separate file. We're now in the Cameo Silhouette part of the program, of today's program, and basically all I did was imported we developed over on the Photoshop side into the software. And Cameo Silhouette, just like any other software, it was file, file, open, and bang, and I opened up the software. So for the value of the Silhouette, it's pretty good. It's about I think it was like 300 bucks. I gave you the software, gave you the cutter, gave you all that. I'll show you it in action after we design the templates. And again, guys, remember, I'm not selling any of this. Please don't ask me for any files. I think I'm giving you a pretty good tutorial that you could follow along with. But anyway, so we upload the file, and what we want to do is we want to select the trace area. Again, Silhouette, pretty simple to use. Lots of tutorials online to show you how to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight the area that you want to trace. So basically what I did there is I hit that, I went here and then just boxed the whole thing in, highlighted the faces. And then what we want to do is click outline. Okay. And what it did, believe it or not, is it gave us an outline of all the images. And how we can do that is we move the image and voila. You love this action with the iPhone on the computer screen, eh? But anyway, okay, here's the trace. Okay, so when we send this to the Silhouette, it's going to, with the little blade, it's going to cut this out on the vinyl and give us our vinyl templates that we're going to use to paint the cabinet. Now here's the Kiss head. I just have it already saved and already done. So this is the head. You can see, remember, if I say orange, I mean red, black, usually I mean black. But anyway, these are on the side of the Kiss head. This is orange and this is black. Now, in order to do this properly, we're gonna cut it on the cutter, and that's what you're gonna see happening as soon as this video ends. And then when we go to spray it, I gotta show you the way I'm doing it, so that we cover off the black, we spray all the orange, and then we cover the orange and spray the black, so you get that two-tone color effect. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do now is basically all we're going to do is hit the send. I'm not going to do it because I don't have it hooked up on this computer. We just click send here, on the silhouette, and it's going to throw it over to the vinyl cutter, which you will see next. Okay guys, so I just sent the file from the laptop to the cutter, and now it's going to cut what we saw on the screen. I'm going to call this the easy part. The next step is going to be the part where we actually have to develop a process that once this is all done and we weed out the stuff that we want to show through the paint, we got to figure out a transfer medium to actually get it to the workpiece and then put this on. And I'll show you the technique I use. It's actually it's very economical, let's put it that way. I didn't want to say ghetto, I didn't want to say cheap, but you get where I'm going with that. So anyway, you can just start to make out what the plotter is doing. It's for Bally right now. Oh, and by the way, these are not for sale. I am not here advertising anything to make any financial gain off. I do not own the artwork. I do not own any licensing. This is done for me and for me only. Now I could invest in a plotter that, this is, again, I've got a 12-inch window to play with. Okay, I could invest in a plotter that does 24-inch or even bigger. 24 would be perfect because that's the size of play fields, things of that nature. It's 12 inches by, I think, 10 feet. And that's it. So as you can see, we have a perfect decal already done for us. And it looks exactly like that. I'm pretty sure you guys can see this. Welcome to the weeding part of the exercise. So this is the side. You can see Bally written over here, and you can see the flame. So what we need to do is remove everything, or weed everything that has to be painted. So we're going to be taking off some stuff, and then we're going to push it over to a transfer paper, which will be able to transfer this. So I need you to picture this. So let's start the weeding process here. Okay, obviously this substrate is not what it was intended for. I'm not using it for, this is actually a window cling that gives offers at, stores, dealerships, things like that. So I managed to repurpose this. Okay, so now I need you to picture this. How am I going to put this on a head and make sure that it goes on properly? And then furthermore, we've got a lot more detail we've got to do. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to, once we finish the weeding, let me just keep going with that. We're going to lift this off and put it on a carrier. Okay, the weeding, it's not overly difficult, but there are some areas that you can make some mistakes, so you got to be cautious. We want to make sure that we take everything out without ripping anything or damaging anything that we're going to paint on over here. Okay. Now this is an X-Acto knife. There are other tools that you use, but this is working for me. I've even got the big Olfa too, in case I need that. So anyway, you can see here. Okay. This says Bally here, or part it says Alley. Okay, if that wasn't fun enough, let's just make sure everything is gone. So I think you can make out the detail here. Yeah, these are the red arrows. This is the black Bally, and here's the red flames. I make the kiss, so we are there. Okay, now we need to take all of this and transfer it onto a carrier. What is a carrier, you're going to say? Well, it's this stuff here. This is just shelf liner. It's clear shelf liner. It's the cheapest thing I could find, so that's why we're using it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to peel it off, and we're going to sit it down. What this calls for. Yep, you're seeing it, aren't you? There it is, the rush glove. There we go. See how that went on better with the glove? Wow. Okay, now you can take off the glove. Now we are going to pull off the artwork, and it's going to attach itself on the carrier. Ready to follow? It's not coming off, so we got to coax it to make sure we get it. Okay, and it's the areas like here, anywhere where there's sort of like a point against the grain is like here. See how it's not pulling up? So we got to go back, and we just have to coerce it a bit. And I know what's going to give us the biggest problem is the little A part here. Hey, you know what? I'm not the be-all and end-all when it comes to this. If somebody's done something like this or has any suggestions, you know, by all means reach out to me and say, hey, you could benefit by doing X, Y, or Z. I'm always open to improvement. Okay, I just got to give this thing a little. And one thing, who said this was easy? It's not. It's going to take some time. It's going to cause you some aggravation. But the results at the end are pretty remarkable, to be honest with you. Okay, let's see if the A made a liar out of me. And it didn't. Okay. So I just got to get up there. Okay guys, so basically what I'm doing with the knife is I'm just going under the things that aren't being grabbed by the substrate, okay? Okay, done. I don't need this anymore. Okay, we're going back to here. I think we might benefit by putting on that famous glove. I just want to put a piece of tape here. Stuff does not adhere itself well to tape, but okay, I have a bit of a fold here, crinkle, wrinkle, whatever you want to talk. Yeah, you guys can see me. Okay, good. All right, just gonna pop this on. Perfect. Oh, double glove. Ooh, I feel the power. All right. Okay, beauty. Okay, Okay, guys, we're going